Hi there, it's Pam from Ben McFuzzyLugs, and it's a Monday, so it's an Etsy tips video. Every Monday I make videos about Etsy tips, SEO, keywords, all sorts of things, all to do with selling on Etsy. And today I've got a little bit of a different video for you because the lovely Sue Mann from ShySheepFelties, say that 5 times fast, reached out to me asking for help with her fairly new Etsy shop. So I just wanted to show you guys the process of how I go about looking at a shop and how hopefully I can find some tips and tricks to help her do a little bit better, as she's another fellow needle felter. This will hopefully help us all see what we can do to improve our shops. So don't forget, if you're interested in tips on growing, selling on Etsy or any other online marketplace, then come back every Monday for more videos, hopefully a little like this. So to start with, this is Sue's shop, as I said, that ShySheepFelties, carefully said this time. And the first thing when we click on it, the banner is wonderful and colourful. It looks nice and bright and certainly appealing for you to want into the shop. It's quite large for a banner, but that's not off-putting. For some reason I've made my banner quite a lot smaller, which I will possibly change in the near future. I think just so long as with your banner, when you check it, that you haven't cut off the first line of your listings is the most important. This should be your featured listings. So when we click on this, we can see the banner, we can see the avatar, and we can see the first line, the first 4 listings. So that's absolutely perfect. So that's my first view of this little shop. The featured listings look nice. And we can see a little announcement telling us a little bit about what she does, which sounds good. All captured in wool, all unique items, bespoke and made to order. Fantastic, good bit of announcement. Says there's more, so let's have a look. Here we go. Wreaths, Christmas and Christmas gifts. Oh, I can't speak today. So scrolling down, Sue's pretty new to this, so there's just 6 listings in the shop, which is good. No, it's just the more the better, but I know with needle felting it takes a while to build up stock, so this is a really good start. Looks like she's got 2 sections in the shop. Well, there's all and finishing touches. Let's have a nosy what this is. Seems pretty much the same apart from what's missing there. Sorry, the white rabbits is the only thing that's not in this section. I would really think about some more sections. Again, I know it's difficult when there's only a few items, but it's thinking about what the shop's going to be like in the future. So I would have sections, maybe if there's going to be ready-made sculptures and custom-made sculptures, there might be good having sections for them, or sections for different types of animals if you're going to feature birds, sections for wreaths, just to give people an easy way. Once you get more items in your shop, they can flick through. It helps keep them in your store a little bit longer. But obviously just now they're all there to see all in the one go. There's a couple of good reviews. It looks like she's moved on. She used to do different types of work and just moved on to the needle felting, but still a couple of good reviews helps people trust you a little bit more. Oh yeah, I wanted to go back to the photographs, nearly forgot about that. So mainly the photographs are pretty bright and clear, reasonably well taken photographs, I will say. The only thing to watch out for the most initially is watch where they're cropping. So I'd probably go back and change this, the polar bear, so his wee face is seen a bit more. It might be an idea to take a picture a little further out so that he appears smaller, but he's actually all in frame, like with the panda where you can see the whole of him. But yes, they're clear, they show what they are, so that's pretty good. Again, to the about page, there's some good, it's good that there's a couple of photographs here, but I really would look at the cropping in this because I'm not entirely sure what that is. I mean, it looks like a clear picture. It looks like a well taken, bright picture, but I honestly cannot see what it is. Excuse the banging, that's my dog scratching just now. Yep, so there's a nice spiel about herself, talking about why she's doing this, which is fantastic. Shipping policies, returns, all this is filled in, which is fantastic, and a little bit of free FAQs and stuff. This is all great. Etsy loves this, and make sure you've got everything filled in your shop, like Sue has, which is fantastic. So the basics of the shop is set up and quite nicely. So let's have a look. I want to have a close-up, do a little bit of a deep dive into this panda. So we'll have a wee look at him. So this is the listing. Title: Panda, needle felted panda, black and white animal, ornament bear decorations. So I understand what she's done here, and this is an example of keyword stuffing, which is trying to put a lot of keywords into one title, and lots of people do this. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, picture here, lovely and clear, it's nice, it's cute. In with, is that some bamboo, I think? But yes, it's a nice enough picture. And we have a second picture which has a little collage of the panda doing some fun things. That's all good, but we've only got 2 pictures here, so rather than the collage, I would suggest maybe having them all as individual pictures, just to give people more of an idea. If someone likes your work, they want to browse through and have a good look at other things there. So I would definitely look at adding some more pictures. I know it can be difficult if the item's already sold, but think about that in the future, or if you make another bear, try some different pictures, even take him outside, do some shots outside, have a fun little photo shoot with them. Right, so the description is telling us this is made to order, but the processing time is about 2 weeks. So that's good to know. It's clear it says that. I really like that it's telling us the wools are from the UK and small holding farms. All fantastic advice there. Yes, and it tells us he's 7 centimeters high, which that's a really good piece of advice, because honestly I thought looking at the pictures he was bigger than that. So that's fantastic to actually have that detail there. Yeah, so good. We've got shipping prices and where it comes from. Yep, all good there. So now what I'm going to look at, we have to be seen. Even the best things in the world are not going to work if people can't find you. So it's the SEO that I really want to look at here. So just going to check, here's the title, and I want to scroll down to the tags, because the most important thing for your tags to rank, for you to rank, is that your item has to be the most relevant for the keyword terms. And this means that the keyword terms that you use are in the title, they're in the tags, and they're in the first line of your description. So having a look at the tags and remembering what the title was, which is panda, needle felted panda, black and white animal, ornamental bear decorations. So if we actually have a look, now a keyword has to have the terms, the tags have to be in the exact same order as they're in the title for them to be relevant. So let's have a look at examples. So basically, for example, panda bear model, it doesn't say anywhere in the title panda bear or panda bear model. So these things are not actually relevant on each other because they're not in the title as well. The only things that I can really see is black and white, felted panda, and panda. Panda ornament wouldn't rank because panda the words, if we look in the title here, the words panda and panda are not next to, well, it's ornamental as well, but even if that said ornament, that wouldn't be as relevant with panda with all these words in between it and then ornament. It would have to be panda ornament if you wanted to rank for that. So obviously these first few are the categories they're in, so nothing we can do with that. I would definitely get rid of things like the term bamboo plant, because even if you did rank for that, that would be quite misleading, because if someone searches for a bamboo plant and they find your panda, they don't want to buy your panda, they wanted a bamboo plant. So think of these things as be as specific as you possibly can with your titles and your tags. So, excuse me, so we said felted panda was really the only sensible tag, the sensible term that's working. So let's have a look. If we search on Etsy for felted panda, let's just have a look at what the competition is like. So obviously there's quite a lot of felted pandas. Let's have a look. It's actually saying there's only 963 felted pandas, so this shouldn't be too hard to rank for. And just looking at all of these, for just some ideas, it's all a lot of really good photography. So working on making sure that anytime... Oh, and actually, she wasn't ranking here when I looked earlier, but now she's ranking right down at the bottom. So that's pretty good. So it is possible she's ranking for felted panda, even though oddly this wasn't when I looked before. So on the front page is a good thing. But let's have a look into the rank checker. Now I've already put in the search for felted panda into the rank checker, and she wasn't actually showing up on this. I'm not entirely sure why it's saying that. It's saying it's not showing in the first 500 results, so it must have not been there and it's popped up later. But ranks change all the time. But what we want to do is with the keyword tool, so we're going into, this is on Etsy rank, we're going into tools and then keyword tool. I've searched for felted panda, and what that is telling us is that it's a low competition term. As we've seen, there's not a whole lot of people there with it, but the problem is it's low engagement. So if people are actually searching for that, then they don't, if people search for that, they're kind of not very likely to actually purchase an item even if they see you there. So it's a good one to practice ranking for, and it's really good that she is ranking, but this isn't necessarily the best tag to have as the only tag that the shop's ranking for on this item. The other good thing about this tool is what it's doing is it's given us a wee word cloud of different terms that could be used. So really popular with items that have got felted panda as a tag is having needle felted panda as a tag, panda bear. It just gives us an idea of some other tags. Now, back to this tag. So back to this item. So as I said, to be relevant, you need to have your tags showing in the right order in your title, and you also need to have them in your description of the item. And this just makes them hit the best. So I would definitely with this item also somewhere, if we're trying to rank for felted panda or needle felted panda, although it does say needle felted panda, do you see how the needle felted is all one word here, and it's two separate words here? So I would definitely space them out. You can aim for both words, but in this point I would put a space between these words, so we hit for needle felted panda and felted panda. But I'm going to make a suggestion. I've deep dived into this a little bit, and what we want to be thinking of doing is having a title that doesn't look quite so spammy, that makes more sense for buyers when they're searching. If they look, that you don't want to look like a cheap reseller shop We want to look like a professional business. So I will just type it above here because it's easier to say out loud. So needle felted panda bear, needle felted panda bear decoration. I'm going to suggest this as a title for this listing rather than the one we've got here. And what this does is it gives us quite a few keyword phrases, quite a few tags that we can use from this. And I've gone through the rank checker to find out how each of these tags rank and how it's all going. So the first tag that you can get from this title is needle felted. Now, obviously, this is a very, very high competition title, but it's also very relevant for this shop. Now, what will happen is it's going to take a while. It's going to be difficult to rank for that term. This is where all the big bugs are. So if I do a search for needle felted on Etsy, I'm getting a lot of returns on this. And if we look through, these are all fairly large, fairly decent, well-established shops. It's hard to rank for the title. And also, well, when I looked on this, I was on here yesterday, but I've dropped off the bottom already because that's how these things change that quickly. But because this is a relevant term for the shop, the more listings that she adds, it's going to be relevant for all of these listings to have the needle felted tag. So each time that she lists something that has needle felted, when Etsy goes to search, when Etsy's asked to search for needle felted, then it will go like, oh, this shop's maybe quite important for that because it has 10, 20, 50, 200 items that are needle felted. So they all kind of boost each other. So she won't rank for that just now, but it's a possibility in the future. And the good thing with the needle felted tag is it's a very high engagement. When people see you on the front page, this is going from the keyword tool on Etsy Rank. When people see your item on that search page, they're far, far more likely to buy it. So it's a good term. And then our second term, our second tag we can have here is needle felted panda. This, searching through Etsy Rank, only has 369 results, so it should be fairly easy to rank for, but it has a fairly low engagement. When people search for needle felted panda, they don't tend to buy a lot out of what they find in the search, but still, bigger chance of being on the front page, so it's a good one. It's good to aim for it. Then we have felted panda. As we said, we're already ranking for this, but this would just make it stronger with this title that we have because of some other tricks I'm going to show you in a second. It is relatively low competition, but also low engagement again, but still a good term to head for. And then we have felted panda bear as a tag. This again has 483 hits on it and a fairly low engagement. So she should be able to rank for that term very quickly with just changing the title there. Next tag is panda bear. This is a high competition search query. There's a lot of competition, but it's also very, very high engagement. So if you can get on the front page of this, then very much people are likely to buy. So that's a really good one to aim for. We have bear decoration, and that's a medium competition, but a fairly low engagement. But what I will say with that is I did notice she also has the polar bear, so it might be a little easier to get a boost in rankings for that because you could have 2 items with a tag of bear decoration. And there is also this way round we would have the tag Panda Bear Decoration. I think it's a little bit long to actually use in a tag, but it would come up in a search term, and that is, again, should be fairly easy to rank for because it's got a very low competition but still a really low engagement. So these are the things to be aiming for to start with. So I would make this the title, and then we want, for individual tags, we want the tag needle felted panda, felted panda, felted panda bear, bear decoration, and if it fits, panda bear decoration. And those will be your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those will be 7 of your tags. And then from that, the other ones you could add. We can still have Christmas gift and handmade gift, although they'll be ridiculously hard to rank for. I would probably keep panda ornament, Chinese panda possibly, but definitely. Oh, sorry, got orders coming up when I'm trying to work here. Definitely get rid of things like bamboo plant. I would get rid of black and white. In the past, it was useful to have colours because people were searching for them for treasuries, but this really isn't relevant just now. But anyway, those other tags are the least important, remember, and get the ones from your title first of all. And then what I would do is immediately copy that title and paste it right into the top of your description, and this way that just boosts every single one of those titles. Every single one of those tags is now in the title, it's in the description, and it's in your tags, so you'll have the best chance for ranking for each and every one of those. Okay, now I would love to hear how you get on if you do make these changes, if you manage to rank for some or any of them. Like I said, you can knock into Etsy Rank Checker to see where you're going and keep track of your tags. So you want to check where you are before you make a change, give it a few hours, and then see where you've got to once you've done that. But hopefully that helps. Hopefully it gives you some ideas for what you can do for titles and tags. I very much prefer a shorter title that makes sense, that's still covering a whole lot of keywords. Although I won't lie, some of my titles and tags are still keyword stuffed. But anyway, I'd love it if you would let us know how you get on with this. And for anyone else, if you're looking for a bit of help with your shop, give us a shout out on Ben McFuzzyLugs on Etsy, and I'll hopefully get to you and have a look at your shop. And I hope this was of help to everybody. So don't forget, come back again every Monday. I'll have hints and tips and hopefully some more deep diving into people's shops. Thank you so much.